Finding match.
No, sure.
TAC mod recharged. Ordnance regenerated. Instant detonator. Stun field. Comet. Immediate pulsar. TAC mod recharged.
We're having a brief staring contest.
Hi, intro dash.
TAC mod recharged. TAC mod recharged. Matchmaking cancelled. Finding match. Joining match.
Starting in 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's game on! And there's the steal. Get to your launchers. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Has begun. Practically gave it away. Picked up. Get to your launchers. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Teams have cleared the launchers. Orange clears it out. Get to your launchers. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're underway. Blue throws it way downfield. Now that's a goal. Orange clears it out. What a pick. Blue sends it back the other way. Now that's a goal. Orange clears it out of their zone. Blue catches the enemy pass. Orange sends it back the other way. Possession moves to the blue team. Get to your launchers. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Orange clears it out. Get to your launchers. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Teams have cleared the launchers. Orange team takes possession.
That was dumb.
Get to your launchers. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Teams 12 seconds remaining. Disc stolen. Seconds remaining. Points on the board. Has begun. Intercepted. 3, 2, 1. This round is over. Chalk up a win for blue.
Finding match.
Did you change your name, Jamie? Or is this a different person?
You're questing.
You're Chicago.
Chicago. Wait,
Questing?
Tammy.
Wait, you changed your name again?
Tammy.
I changed it and then I submitted it to Oculus to get like 10 minutes after.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Because I thought it would be nice for a name change, and then I heard that Chicago's golden Tammy era. Tammy was good at game.
What even is a prima donna?
You shut up. There's a communist in here.
Finding match.
Oh, I just wanna practice.
Weapon overheated.
Back, baby.
Honestly, you're not that good. I'm on. Honestly, what was that?
Damn. I am too good at
Okay. You hear me? Steal this from him. Keep it away from him. He's gonna keep on stealing it. Hey, guys. Yeah, do it. Hey, guys. Can you hear me? Hello. Hi, guys. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Whoa. Whoa. Hi.
Bro, that 5 Morano was stolen, bro.
Hello? Can anybody hear me?
Because he was joking.
Hello?
Yeah.
All he does,
Oh.
all he fucking did was...
This is my first time playing. Bro.
He's actually quite good.
I just finished
He
the
was fighting for,
tutorial.
like, at half the time he was taunting, and the other one wasn't taunting as much.
No!
That got me pissed off.
You
That
took
got me
him.
so pissed off.
No.
I cursed in front of my dad.
Give me him. No!
I thought, like, yeah, he was but he was 4 points.
No! No! His spaceship!
Fucking-
No! No!
When I saw him move,
I miss playing background. I miss playing
all I did
Hi!
in front of my
Can
dad,
anybody hear me?
my dad was
next
Yeah, I can hear you.
when I
This is my first time playing. Chum. Chunky. Chum.
I didn't get to see the
I'm the blue person that's talking.
heavyweights.
You're gonna hit me in the back. No, I'm gonna tap you. I'm gonna tap you.
Some of it glitched for us too. Like he got straight into the fight. So he won from the beat.
Ooh. Hey, you
I
wanna
thought he was
switch?
losing 'cause, man,
Yeah, let's switch.
first round.
Francis
Okay,
lost by,
hold
I
on,
mean,
hold
no,
on.
Francis won by
Hold on.
decision.
Let me, I need to stop. Okay. Go here.
Because Francis kept taking him down.
Heal. Whoa, no, this one.
Should now be more resistant to radiation.
I've reached the drive bay.
How's it looking there? shields at 95%.
More or less how we expected.
That bad, is it?
Jack, the removal process will require access to several mechanisms throughout the drive bay. Any live ticks in the area will undoubtedly make our job that much more difficult.
Understood. I'll clear them out.
Our aim is to locate a viable FTL drive. We need one that is suitably infected with biomass, but not to the extent that it is overrun.
The Goldilocks FTL.
An accurate, if somewhat antiquated metaphor. Once we find a suitable drive, we'll need to remove it from its housing and extract it via the corresponding service port. The removal process is no easy task, but I can walk you through the procedure.
Given the damage the Estrella has sustained, I would not expect even a simple system such as this to remain operational. How was that achieved?
The Estrella was built for war. Her high level of redundancy and modularity limits most damage to the compartment that sustained it. In the case of that display, it is still receiving power from micro-generators and integrated capacitors.
All within that part of the ship.
All within that hallway.
We would never even consider building something so vulnerable to the biomass.
Suffice to say, Doctor, the biomass was not a threat we anticipated. Though I'm afraid beyond that, the details are classified.
Of course they are.
All clear, Apollo.
Acknowledged. Now then, we should start by identifying any FTLs that are still extractable. Look for drives whose locking pins are largely clear of biomass at the upper and lower extremities.
Understood. I'll see if there's a drive that's clear enough to move.
Anyone able to cross their fingers, do it now.
Some biomass is present, but not enough to impede the locking pins. Now to inspect the opposite end. The locking pins on this end also appear to be free of any obstruction.
Confirmed. Cursory inspection verified. Internal biomass growth is also suitable for our needs.
Is that our winner?
It certainly appears so.
So we're good to go.
Nearly. The FTL will first need to be primed, which requires filling the drive with an ionized fluid and stimulating a hybrid voltaic reaction.
Is that as dodgy as it sounds?
Priming the drive is a fairly standard procedure. Moving a drive after it's been primed is most certainly not.
How do we start the procedure?
The drive controls are offline. You'll need to initiate the process manually. Look for an access panel on the side of the FTL drive.
This terminal controls the drive?
Yes. Eventually, the terminal will allow you to move the drive along its service channel. For now, however, there is still the matter of priming the drive.
Access panel located.
You'll have to cut your way in. Pull the lever inside and the drive will begin priming. Once the injection process is complete, I will funnel all remaining power in the drive bay to the FTL.
Drive priming initiated.
Injection complete. I will now attempt to create a sustained reaction by applying any remaining power. Stand by. Sustained reaction achieved. We're ready to remove the drive.
Outstanding.
What's next, Apollo?
The FTL drive is held in place by locking mechanisms at its upper and lower extremities. They must be manually released before the drive can be removed.
Got it. I'll release the locks.
The release mechanisms are housed within the drive moorings at both the top and bottom of the chamber. You'll need to cut your way in.
Understood. The internal components are infested with biomass.
Better inside than out, I suppose.
The drive's locking mechanism is inside this housing?
Correct. You'll need to cut through to open the cover.
I've gained access to the drive locking mechanisms.
The release control is located on the drive itself, between the locking pins.
Bottom locking mechanism released.
Good. Once you release the upper lock, the drive should come free. The controls for the upper locking mechanism can be found directly above the drive.
Shields at 95%.
Drive unlocked.
Excellent. I've repowered a nearby control panel so you can complete the removal procedure. The controls will allow you to position the drive so it can be easily removed via cargo drone.
Controls located.
To move the drive, simply grip the interface, then slide your hand toward the outer wall.
Moving FTL into position.
Stay on there, Jack. That's our ride home.
Once the drive reaches the outer wall, you can open the... Jack, be advised. Takes inbound.
Stand by. I'll leave.
They must have been drawn out by the drive's substantial energy signature.
Tick threat neutralized. Resuming removal process at the control terminal.
Once the drive reaches the outer wall, you can open the service port to make the drive available for retrieval.
The drive is in position. How do I open the service port?
Multi-operator release controls on either side of the hatch.
Removal process complete. The FTL drive is ready to be extracted.
Good work, Jack. Drones are on their way.
Copy that.
Ready to depart with the cargo in T-minus 10 seconds. If you plan to accompany the drive, I suggest you take hold now. Departing in 3, 2, 1. Thrusters engaged.
I'm exiting the drive bay.
Give the Astrea away when you go. Suppose this is the last we'll be seeing of her.
I'm afraid that's not entirely...
What do you mean?
To ensure we eliminate all the biomass in the past, we will need to generate a counterpulse substantial enough to blanket the entire Kronos 2 orbital sector. To do so, we will have to venture into the remains of the Astrea that were left behind in 2126, and use the ship's primary drive exchange conduit to amplify the output of the... Cure bomb.
Kinda grows on you, doesn't it?
Not unlike a biomass infestation.
So, where am I in all this?
I will need you to accompany us into the wreckage. As acting captain of the Astrea, your authorization is required to access the primary drive bay.
Right. Well, I've nearly finished rigging up the gantry. Should be good to go by the time the drones turn up with the FTL. I'll see you back here shortly.
Acknowledged.
Jack, I should tell you. If our plan succeeds, it is unlikely you will be able to return to this timeline. If there are any outstanding tasks you'd like to finish, now might be the opportune time.
Understood. This will transport not only the cure bomb, but also the captain and myself.
Correct. It won't be particularly fast,
Comfortable.
but it should be safe. Still, Captain, for posterity, you'll want to stay clear of the thrusters, though your suit should be more than capable of—
Don't worry, Juno. I'll only cozy up to a thruster if I start to get chilly.
Facetiousness aside, I doubt that will be an issue. Our intended date of arrival corresponds with the Estrella's wreckage still burning through a sustained...
How much more power will the FTL require to engage?
The draw will be substantial, but within capacity of the station's generator.
That is why we primed the drive beforehand. Without doing so, the generator would burn out before we completed the jump.
Yeah, let's not have that happen.
This will transport not only the cure bomb, but also the captain and myself.
Correct. It won't be particularly fast.
Comfortable.
This fabricator will allow me to reboot in the past.
Correct.
How many reprints of my shell will it be able to produce?
The answer better be more than enough.
Based on Jack's current configuration and the matter storage allocated to the unit, yes, Captain, more than enough. In dire circumstances, it could even be refilled by breaking down any debris you recover in the local area.
Good to know. Well, Jack, I guess as long as we have this fabricator, worst case, we just reprint you out of space garbage soup.
The fuel cell will now act as a catalytic chamber for the cure bomb?
Correct. It will serve as the impetus of a cascading reaction across the Estrella's entire primary drive exchange conduit. The effective kill radius should span well beyond the Saturn orbital zone. For the biomass, that is.
Glad you're on our side, Apollo.
I have been preparing for the biomass's ultimate defeat since my first encounter with it. It is good to finally have a plan worth implementing.
What? I secured it. It's fine. Don't get cheeky with me. All right, Doc. The gantry's rigged up. I think we're all set here.
Jack, I want to remind you again. Once we start this process, we are effectively locked in. Your shell will be exclusively paired to the fabricator on the rear of the transport rig. If you exceed its range, you will be forced to reboot. If you have any remaining tasks you'd like to address, this is your final opportunity.
I understand. I'm ready to begin.
Very well. Moving FTL into position. Everyone, keep clear.
Will do. Clamps are set. Bring her in.
You've been busy.
I know. Not bad, right?
Indeed. Most impressive.
Well, having a whole mess of drones around to do my bidding certainly didn't hurt. Might not be exactly up to spec, but it'll get the job done. Don't listen to him.
Drive secured.
Confirmed. Connection established. The FTL is now linked to the station's power grid.
Reading vigorous biomass activity within the drive. The infection is feeding off the FTL's energy field.
I assume that's good.
It's expected. Begin diagnostic and compatibility check. Verify functionality of all drive components. This should only take a moment.
No problem. We'll just sit here in nervous anticipation.
Very well.
You're concerned?
About having every molecule in my body yanked across all space and time. I'm a little nervous, yeah.
The odds of success are surprisingly favorable, especially when one considers all the variables at play.
Suppose we can work with it.
Diagnostic and compatibility check complete. Stand by while I reconfigure the FTL's drive settings to mirror the exact conditions that first sent the Estrella back in time.
Dr. Harlan?
Yes, we have to get clear of the platform. I know.
Well, I guess this is it.
So it would seem. Captain, I want to say I'm sorry. I was wrong to keep you in the dark as long as I did. Perhaps if I trusted you sooner. In any case, I hope you can forgive me, though I don't expect you to. Right. Well, goodbye.
Dr. Harlan, thank you. What you're doing here should be proud of you.
She'd be angry with me.
Oh, yeah, probably. But she'd still be proud.
Thank you. Both of you. For helping me put an end to this.
Doctor, we should really be going.
Yes. All right.
Good luck, Doctor.
To all of us.
FTL settings configured. As soon as the doctor is clear, we can begin spinning up the drive.
Farewell, Captain Rhodes.
Take care of him, Juno.
Of course, always. Goodbye, Jack. I will make sure to permanently archive all of the time we have spent together.
I'll miss you too, Juno.
Good luck saving your timeline.
Popcorn? Alright, it's okay. Well, what do you say, Jack? You ready for this?
I am if you are.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Apollo, we're clear.
Very well. Commencing final jump prep.
Listen. I realized I never properly thanked you. For, well, everything.
That's what I'm here for.
Pretty sure hibernating for 4 centuries falls outside the scope of your directives.
Clearly, you and I have different interpretations of my directives.
Clearly. Well, regardless, thank you.
Of course.
FTL spin-up complete. Drive reports green.
Remember, you need to trigger the device before the Ithaca reaches the infected zone. That should be enough to alter the course of events. Prevent the biomass from spreading.
Understood.
We'll get it done.
Transferring manual control to transport. Ready to execute jump.
Godspeed. To you both.
All right, Jack.
FTL engaged.
See you in a tick.
Jumping in 3, 2.
Okay, come on.
Are you all right?
Yeah, no, I'm okay. It's just... Holy shit. That was...
Frightening?
incredible. And, yeah, a little frightening. What about you? You alright?
Of course. I've become somewhat of an expert when it comes to temporal displacement.
Though for my own part, I must say the physical method of time travel is significantly more turbulent.
God. Look at this place.
Not exactly the home you remember.
You know what? I'll take it. As long as we've still got time to do our job.
Apollo, can you verify our time frame? Did we make it back before the Ithaca?
Cross-referencing astrometric positional data. Stand by. Confirmed. We have arrived just prior to the Ithaca's approach.
I think I see her. There. That bright dot just off Rhea. Jack, you see that?
Affirmative. I see it.
The vessel is closing fast. We have limited time.
Then let's not waste any more of it. The transport's good to go?
I'm still running diagnostics, but so far everything appears to be in working order.
Well, that'll have to do. We're on the clock.
Very well. Plotting a course for the Estrella's primary drive bay.
Popcorn? You're staying out here. See if you can find me a way to contact the Ithaca. Local comms just aren't going to cut it. We need a way to boost the signal. None of that. I promise. As soon as we finish hooking up the cure bomb, we'll come find you. Now go.
Course laid in. Transport rig prepped for departure. I would advise you both hold on. Stand by for primary thruster burn. 3, 2, 1. Transport underway. Distance to primary drive exchange, 4,600 meters.
That's quite a sight.
I should warn you, much of the Estrella remains highly irradiated. The transport's radiation dampener will shield us, but its range is limited. I advise you remain close to the rig at all times. Especially you, Captain Rhodes.
Steer clear of electromagnetic radiation. Got it. Good safety tip.
Once we reach the drive bay, we'll need to connect the fuel cell directly into the Estrella's drive exchange conduit. That should amplify the counterpulse sufficiently enough to eliminate all the biomass in the sector.
You ready for this, Jack? Look, if it makes you feel any better, the fact that this entire plan hinges on you is pretty much the only reason I think it's going to work.
Approaching the Estrella's outer hull. Brace for deceleration.
Better hold on to something.
The most direct route to the drive bay is via a service tunnel just beyond these doors.
How do we get them open?
I'll need direct access to the local systems. There should be a control station just on the other side of that nearby airlock.
Right, let's go.
Perhaps those of us with reboot abilities should proceed first.
By all means. Lead on. How does this area still have power?
There are multiple redundancies in place to protect the engineering deck from power failure, even in the event of catastrophic structural damage. As you can see,
Good news for us.
not entirely. If the local power grid is still active, that means the biomass is as well.
Couldn't let me have just one bright spot, could you?
The control station is just up ahead. No sign of any significant biomass activity.
How long do you suppose that'll last?
Based on previous experience, probably not as long as we prefer.
Are those the door controls?
Affirmative. They must have suffered some form of mechanical failure.
Yeah, I think so, Dean.
Try the emergency release. You'll have to cut your way in.
Copy.
Jack, please pull the manual release to unseal the door. Locking mechanisms released.
Doors open.
Area clear. No biomass presence. This is it. Jack, I'll need your help to overwrite the local protocols. There's an AI core installed in the upper terminal. Remove it and place it in the overwrite slot.
Copy that.
Your new data scanner should still be compatible with the Estrella.
Core secured.
Data port open.
Commencing upload.
Overwrite complete. Once you return the core to the upper terminal, I should have full access to all local systems.
Core locked in.
Access achieved. I have local control. Now all I need is the captain's authorization.
Right. This is Acting Captain Olivia Rhodes. Open the doors.
Authorization accepted. Disabling security measures. Doors opening. Stand by. I'm moving the rig inside.
Right, come on, Jack. Let's get back out to the transport and...
Captain,
What is it?
I'm reading movement.
Shit.
Multiple biomass signatures closing on the transport. Navcom is failing. I can't pilot the transport with those ticks draining its systems.
I can clear them off. Stand by.
Use the secondary airlock beyond the control station. It's your quickest route to the transport.
Got it. We're on our way.
Negative, Captain. You will need to remain inside. The transport is too far out. You would die in seconds.
Right. Eliminating radiation.
If you die, our mission fails.
Your concern for my well-being is extremely touching. Thanks.
You're welcome. Cycling airlock. Stand by.
Might want to ready that counterpart gadget of yours, Jack.
Affirmative. I'll signal you when it's all clear.
I'm gonna just back up a bit here. Good luck.
I count 3 tick forms on the transport, Jack. You'll need to neutralize all of them in order for me to regain control.
Acknowledged. That's 1. That's 2. That should be all of them. Apollo, can you confirm?
Confirmed. Transport power flow nominal. I've regained operational control.
Stand by, Liv. We're coming to you.
Make sure you pull up nice and close. I prefer my insides remain unliquefied.
Not to worry, Captain. You'll be well within the dampener's radius. There. That should be more than sufficient for the captain to safely board.
Liv, you are clear to exit.
Copy that. Come on. Let's go.
Engaging primary thrusters. Be advised. Adjusting course. Course replotted. Brace for thruster reignition. Jack, I suggest keeping your counterpulse emitter armed. The biomass is likely to be much more prevalent as we move further inward.
Understood.
How bad is this going to get?
The primary drive bay is one of the most energy-intensive areas on the entire ship. We should expect the biomass infestation to be proportionally dense.
You know, you could just say it's going to get really bad.
I thought that was what I said.
We appear to have another sealed door ahead.
Affirmative.
You have a plan for getting it open? That'll do.
Yes. My newfound control of the local systems is more extensive than I anticipated.
Certainly a welcome change of pace.
Though rather short-lived, I'm afraid. I expect the door to the primary drive bay will require a bit more effort to open.
Well, I wouldn't want us to get spoiled.
Proximity alert.
Jack, look out!
Firing braking thrusters.
That's the last of them. Apollo.
Affirmative.
Nicely done. I don't think a single tick made it to the transport.
Most fortunately for you, Captain. Though the ticks do appear to be more interested in the transport than you or Jack. Preparing to resume course. Please hold on.
We're on. Let's go.
Acknowledged. Resume course. We should be coming up on the drive bay shortly.
Popcorn? Popcorn, you read? Coming up on the drive bay. How are things looking your end? You find me a way to talk to the Ithaca? There's got to be something in that mess we can cobble together. Keep looking. I don't need much. Just enough to get a signal. Could be too close, like that. Just so long as the Ithaca can hear it. Okay. Well, copy that, I guess. Keep me posted. How much farther am I?
The drive bay is just up ahead. Tracking movement ahead. More ticks inbound.
They just keep coming.
I think that's the last of them.
Approaching destination. Reducing speed. The primary drive bay is just beyond these doors.
Alright, let's get them open.
There's an airlock nearby that will take you to the control station.
I see it.
I'll proceed first.
Right behind you. Popcorn. Popcorn, do you read? He's not responding.
Radiological interference from the Estrella is disrupting our local comms. We should be able to re-establish contact once we're clear of the wreckage.
Those escape pods,
That's correct.
do they still work?
Surprisingly, yes. The pods are still registering as functional.
You're thinking we could use them to evacuate once we finish the catalyst.
Well, that is what they're here for. And anything's better than having to backtrack through that mess of tunnels.
Very well. Once we've finished installing the catalyst, we'll use the escape pods to get clear of the wreckage. For now, let's proceed to the control station. Biomass from the drive bay has spread to the door controls.
What about the emergency release?
There is considerable buildup around the panel, but it looks to still be accessible.
I'll take a look.
You could use your counterpulse emitter to nullify any threat from the biomass. Jack, can you confirm the emergency release is still accessible?
The infestation is fairly severe, but I think I can still reach the panel.
As before, our first step is to rewrite the local protocols. The procedure is identical to the one we performed earlier.
Where's the AI core? It's not in the terminal.
One of the engineers must have removed it during the initial outbreak, an attempt to seal the drive bay. It's likely the core is still close by. We should search the adjoining rooms. Expect considerable biomass presence.
You go, I'll keep an eye on the terminal.
I won't be long.
Jack, we need to retrieve the AI core or we won't be able to access the drive bay. There, at the far end of the corridor. The core appears to be intact. We just have to reach it.
Got it. Liv, I have the core. I'm heading back to you.
Copy that. See you shortly. Nicely done. We're sure the core's in good shape, Connor.
We'll know for certain once Jack places it in the override slot.
Core in place.
Data port is open.
Commencing data transfer.
Override successful.
Copy. Returning core to upper terminal. Core locked in.
Protocol remapping successful. Local access granted. I can now open the drive bay. On your authorization, Captain.
Right. This is Acting Captain Olivia Rhodes. Open the drive bay.
Authorization accepted. Security measures lifted.
Remarkable. The biomass has all but overtaken the chamber.
It's overriding the existing environment, building a new ecosystem. The infestation is worse than I anticipated.
This is what happened to Earth.
More accurately, what will happen if we fail to accomplish our mission.
Alright. Alright. We've got a job to do. So let's get to it.
Captain, I'm afraid given the state of the drive bay, I cannot allow you to accompany us inside.
What? No. I'm staying. I'm with you.
As much as I would welcome your assistance, I don't think that is an option.
Jack is right, Captain. If these new readings are any indication, the drive bay is far too dangerous an environment for a human being. The odds of your survival are close to zero. That is not an exaggeration.
Right. Well, I suppose as far as arguments go, that's not the worst. Okay. Okay, new plan. I'm going to track down Popcorn, see if we can work out a way to make contact with the Ithaca. The escape pods are good to go, right?
Affirmative. I've already plotted the coordinates. Simply climb inside and seal the canopy.
Keep this comm channel open. I don't care if the signal gets spotty. I want constant communication.
Understood.
Come on, let's get you back to the airlock. Shot into space at what I'm sure is a totally safe velocity.
I'll be right behind you.
Yeah, you better hurry. Jack? Good luck.
You too, Olivia.
Be sure to come back in one piece, yeah?
I assume that's an order.
Bloody well right it is.
Transport is ready to depart. I will do my utmost to navigate a safe route through the drive bay.
All right, I'm on board.
Brace for acceleration.
Liv, Apollo and I are making our way into the drive bay.
Copy that. I'm closing up the escape pod.
Acknowledged. Safe travels.
Yeah, to both of us.
Are you all right?
Ride was a touch shaky, but I'll manage. Still no sign of Popcorn. Nothing on comms either. At this point, all I can do is focus on finding a way to contact the Ithaca and just hope he turns up.
I'm sure he will.
Yeah. Right then, I'll keep you posted.
We may have a problem.
What is it?
Power to the drive exchange conduit appears to have been cut off. The conduit must be fully powered if we are to sufficiently amplify the counterpulse blast wave.
What are our options?
Our best course of action is to try and reroute power from another system.
Then let's do it.
There's a junction nearby that should still be functional. Adjusting course. Hold on.
Liv, we've run into a power flow issue. We have to briefly divert course.
Do what you have to do, and do it fast. The Ithaca fleet's getting close. I make out at least 3 more ships in the distance.
How close are we to making contact?
Still working on it. There's just not that much to work with. If I could maybe find one of our old geosensors, I could put its contact.
Liv.
Might be enough to get a signal out.
Liv, you're breaking up. Liv.
Interference from the Estrella is disrupting the signal.
Is there any way to get her back?
I'm afraid there's not much I can do. However, the captain is actively working on boosting the comm signal to reach the Ithaca. If she succeeds, it's possible we'll be able to re-establish contact.
Understood.
This is it. These junction controls should allow you to divert power to the exchange conduit.
Understood. Stand by.
Power flow takes inbound.
Shields at 95%.
That's it. We're clear for now.
Let's get back to rerouting the power. Returning to junction.
Power rerouted. The exchange conduit is operating at maximum capacity. Well done. Return to the transport and we'll proceed onward. Power flow disconnected. Power flow disconnected. On approach.
Jack, do you copy?
Liv, say again.
There's too much interference. I keep losing your signal.
Liv, can you hear me? Olivia.
Jack, I'm losing you.
Liv, are you there? Olivia.
It's no use, Jack. She's not receiving us. Incoming multiple takes.
Shields at 95%. Shields at 50%.
Liv, I read you.
If there's any chance you can still hear this, I'm going to keep working on the comms, but if I can't...
Liv.
Jack, we need to focus. We're closing in on the exchange conduit. To one of the conduit's fuel cell housings. This will allow the device to trigger a cascading reaction that will amplify the blast radius enough to eliminate all the biomass in this sector.
Does it matter which housing we use?
We should start by identifying which housings are still operational. Look for any housings with a working data port and call them out.
Got it. What about housing B3?
Negative. There's too much biomass clogging the mechanism.
Alright, let's move on. Excessive biomass presence.
Valid assessment. Housing is no longer functional.
Rampant infestation. Housing appears inoperable.
A valid assessment. I'll circle the conduit so we can inspect the remaining housings.
Negative on this housing.
Agreed.
Housing D4 might still be salvageable.
Biomass presence is moderate, but still enough to be a problem.
I think we can safely rule out this housing as well.
I concur.
Housing C1 still appears functional.
Unfortunately, biomass presence around the couplings is too severe.
Copy. Let's keep looking.
Resuming flight path.
What about this housing? E3.
I'm afraid not. The infection appears to have penetrated the outer casing. The internal components are likely teeming with biomass.
Significant biomass presence. Housing is unusable.
I agree.
The housing looks clear, but the data port is unsalvageable.
Unfortunate. The housing might have otherwise been a suitable candidate.
This housing is far too infested. There's nothing we can do here.
Yes, I'd have to agree. Continuing orbit.
There, housing G4. That looks to be our best option.
Data port is functional. No visible infestation. I agree. That housing does appear to be our most optimal solution. Well spotted. All other housings appear either offline or infected. I believe this is our only chance.
Can you bring us within dampener range?
Affirmative. Maneuvering thrusters engaged.
Jack? Signal.
Liv.
Her signal's only getting worse. You'll need to scan the data port to activate the fuel housing.
Housing open.
Now, use the release controls to eject the old cell. Remember, both controls must be operated simultaneously.
Copy. Fuel cell removed.
Stand by while I align the transport to the housing. Please keep clear. Catalyst in place. Now use the same controls as before to secure the device.
Apollo, what's happening?
The power clamp's anode coupling failed to engage. Without a proper connection to the conduit, we won't be able to trigger the reaction we need to detonate.
Can the coupling be repaired?
Unknown. We'll need to get a closer look.
Copy. Moving to inspect. There is a small pocket of biomass here.
That is disconcerting.
Infection neutralized.
We should probably clear the remains. The nodule is small enough that you should be able to burn it away with your cutter.
Biomass removed. What about now, Apollo? Can you engage the coupling?
Negative. The damage is too extensive. With the coupling disabled, we have no way to bridge the connection.
Then we find a new solution. We have to. The Ithaca's almost here. What if I use my shell to complete the connection? If I hold both the anode and the coupling, the current should pass straight through.
Yes, but once the circuit goes live, the resulting energy surge would destroy your shell.
Then I'll simply reboot.
At this range, the counterpulse wave will undoubtedly disable the transport's fabricator. You would be unable to reboot.
Are there any alternatives?
We could try using the fabricator to construct something to bridge the gap. Though without access to the full archive of schematics, our options are exceedingly limited. Give me a moment to locate and print the most tenable option.
Manual extrication of the coupling does not appear possible.
Fabrication complete. The component is ready. Try positioning it such that it makes contact with both the anode and the coupling. Energizing.
Shields at 95%.
It's no use, Jack. We can't establish a stable connection. The component simply doesn't fit.
Are there any other components we can try?
Nothing in the fabricator's local memory. I recommend we consider other solutions. I'm afraid that still isn't going to work, Jack.
Apollo, I need you to print another component.
Stand by. Initializing fabrication. Complete. I must admit, however, I have doubts about this attempt being any more viable. Jack, but this is futile. The component isn't going to work.
We're going to need another component.
Very well. Fabricating now. Print complete, although I must once again emphasize the low probability of success.
Shields at 95%.
I assure you, Jack, the component is insufficient for our purposes.
Apollo, can you fabricate another component?
Affirmative. One moment. Fabrication complete, though I confess, I'm not sure I follow your reasoning. Jack, we're running out of time. Though I am reluctant to admit it, your prior suggestion might indeed be our best course of action. I'm afraid you'll have to bridge the connection yourself.
I don't see any other option.
I must concur. It is our only plausible solution in the time remaining. Jack, while I appreciate your tenacity, I must recommend we forego this course of action.
What do I need to do?
Stand by while I prep the catalyst for diffusion. Jack, would you like to try contacting Captain Rhodes again?
If it's at all possible, yes. I should say goodbye.
I will boost the signal as best I can.
Liv? Liv, do you copy?
Jack! Jack, are you there?
I'm here. I read you, Liv.
Jack! Thank God. I thought I'd lost you.
Liv, there's a problem.
What do you mean? What sort of problem?
There's a malfunction. I'll have to use my own shell to complete the connection and detonate the device.
What? Jack, no! You can't! The EM surge will fry the fabricator. I won't be able to reboot.
I understand.
You could die. Jack, wait. Just hold on. Let me see if I can find another way for you to reboot. One of your old activation pods. Something.
Liv, it's all right. I know what I'm doing.
No! God damn it, Jack! Listen to me! You're not doing this!
This is the only scenario that can reasonably ensure your safety.
Jack! No!
And your safety, Captain, is my primary concern.
Jack! Please!
Circuit is now going live.
Understood.
No! No! Wait! Don't! There's still time! I can fix this! Jack! I can't let you do it, Jack!
Jack, you have to take hold of the anode and the coupling. Now.
Jack, please!
Goodbye, Olivia.
Captain Rhodes. Captain Rhodes. To the Echo unit.
Easy, Popcorn. I'm going as fast as I can. Jack? Oh my God. Jack. Jack, It's really you.
Morning, sunshine.
Everything's gonna be alright, Jack.
Captain Rhodes. Captain Rhodes, this is Ithaca Actual. Do you have the Echo unit?
Say again, Ithaca.
I said, do you have him?
That's affirmative, Ithaca. I have him.
Copy that. Stand by for rescue.
Come on, Jack. It's okay. I've got you.